Hello, this is Alex and welcome to the Car Guys. Because this is our first video review, we decided to go big or go home, so this is the first car I'll review for you today. Nah, I'm just kidding. We're actually still reviewing an Audi, but it's a newer model. So here it is, the new A8. Okay, so let's start with the front of the car because this is pretty much the first thing you see, and this big grille, it's actually very similar to the one in the previous model, but it was designed to be more aggressive, to look more aggressive. And if you look at it, it looks like it just wants to devour the road ahead all the time. Like, this was created to be a long journey car where you can travel in complete silence and luxury. If we move further, we see the radar Audi introduced in this car. It's actually very helpful. It works with pre-sense, which is Audi's crash detection, and it also helps with the lane assist and cruise control and all that. We also have the new Matrix LED headlights that have been redesigned to have a more aggressive look. And let me tell you, I tested them last night in pitch black conditions and it was like driving in the daylight. They're just awesome. Okay, so moving to the side of the car, we find that it doesn't have so many design features, so to speak, just a few creases here and there. But the main attraction are the awesome 20-inch wheels. I mean, just look at them. Aren't they very beautiful? The back of the car is actually my favorite part. I mean, just look at these lights. They provide an awesome light spectacle. Take a look. Isn't it brilliant? I mean, it just looks awesome. It looks like nothing I've ever seen before. But what's not so awesome are these fake exhaust pipes. These must be the fakest fake exhaust pipes I've ever seen. I mean, I know Mercedes does the same thing with the S-Class, but come on, Audi. You can do better. Take a cue from BMW. They don't do that with the 7 Series and it just looks bloody awesome. Now let's talk about the boot, and it's massive. I mean, it has 550 liters, and even though you cannot fold the rear seats down, you have a ski hatch, which is pretty big. I think it can also fit a snowboard. You also get some nets over here to store things in, some tethering points, and some storage underneath the floor where you have the tire repair kit, your fire extinguisher, and so on. Now that we're done with the back of the car, let's take a look at the interior. There's no denying the level of quality this car has to offer. I mean, you really get what you paid for. Everything feels soft to the touch. The steering wheel is covered in soft leather. There's lots of plastics, lots of wood trims everywhere. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous in here. I really love these Jaguar styled vents that just pop out from under the dashboard when you need them. And just listen to how satisfying of a click this is when you try to set the airflow. Just listen. This is so nice, because Audi decided to ditch the old system, the swivel wheel system that was very easy to use. They went with a lot of touchscreen real estate over here, and we now have 3 touchscreens. One is the virtual cockpit, which we all know because it's not necessarily new. Audi has some other cars with this virtual cockpit in them as an option. There's this 10.5-inch screen just for the infotainment system, and another 8.6 screen that you can use to control the climate controls and other various things. Even though these 2 screens are more difficult to use while on the road, they're actually quite intuitive once you use them once or twice. And you can control pretty much anything this car has to offer. For example, you can control the interior and exterior lighting, you can control the drive select and set the car up as high and as low as you want. You can adjust your seats, pretty much anything. The car also has the optional Bang & Olufsen sound system, and it sounds very cool. Listen to this. Yeah, it has 3D surround system, and it sounds incredible. It's worth every penny. The seats are incredibly comfortable, and there are actually 22 different ways to adjust them. There's also a seat massage function, which I have to admit I've been abusing the past couple of days because it's so great. And there's also ventilated seats that can really help you out on a hot summer day to cool your bum and everything, you know. Driving the new A8 is surprisingly easy, considering this is a nearly 2-ton behemoth. It's very easy to drive. I mean, I really don't feel like I'm driving such a big car. It's actually surprisingly light for its size. The steering wheel is nice and light. It does weigh up with speed, which is awesome. The acceleration, depending on which mode you're in, is very responsive, and the brakes are very good. You can almost stop on a dime with this car. Given the fact that we're on the highway right now and it's more safe than trying this in the city, we thought of trying out the lane assist. So let's see, because it's activated right now, so let's see how it does. It's doing great so far. We're going 87, 89, 90 kilometers an hour, and it's keeping the car steady on the road. Yep. And now it's gonna start beeping to take control of the wheel. Pretty good. It's really relaxing. The level of refinement this car has is incredible. I mean, I'm traveling almost, let me get up to 100 kph. I'm driving over 100 kilometers an hour, and there's barely any wind noise. I don't hear the tire roar, and it's just very, very quiet. This is incredible. I've never been in a car that's so quiet at this speed. It's also very comfy. I mean, I barely feel anything in the road. I don't know, I'm amazed. This is awesome. Even though this car is basically set up for comfort, if you step on it and let's say you have to take your very special passenger somewhere very quick, all you have to do is go to the car settings, set the drive select to dynamic, and it automatically changes the gearbox to sport. And now all you have to do is put your foot down, and let's see how it does. Yep, the 2-ton behemoth picks up some real speed, and 135. That's pretty impressive, but considering the car has a 3-liter diesel engine with 286 horsepower and 600 Newton meters of torque, I think this is pretty awesome. Let's try the kickdown again. So 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, I mean, you can definitely feel the pure grunt this car has. It's bloody brilliant. Let's try something else. Let's set up the cruise control. Okay, and so the lane assist is working. Let's see how the car does without me touching anything. So it should keep me at a steady 85 kilometers per hour. And steer, yep, it's working. This car doesn't have the AI button, which is pretty much a level 3 autonomy technology, but it will be available soon, I believe at the end of 2018. Now let's try 0 to 100, because I'm very curious how fast this car gets to 100. The declared time is 6.4 seconds, but let's see. Oh my god, this pulls so hard. Okay, and 100. I think Dan will show us the time, because I didn't count, but yeah, it's pretty fast for a car this big. I gotta be honest, I'm really amazed. I'm also very curious to test the new S-Class and the 7 Series now, because I think those will blow my mind as well. Even though I really like driving this car, I think the place to be in is in the back. So let's move there and see what this car is all about. So this is the place to be in this car. Yeah, I like driving it, but being here in the back gives you a total sense of comfort and refinement. It's out of this world. I mean, look at the space I've got. I really feel like I'm in a hotel room right now. And if I press this, and I call this the first class mode, this reclines my seat, and the A8 long version, for example, can recline the seat in front of me and give me space where to put my feet. But I can do that as well. I can take this seat further in front of me and recline it forward to have, I don't know, this is miles of room over here. But enough about that. Yes, this car has a lot of room. Let's look at all the other toys I have available. And the first would be this tablet. So this is a 500 euro option, but this controls pretty much anything and everything this car has to offer. Controls the TV, and I can watch TV, but I won't now because, you know, we're filming. I can control the lights, the matrix lights and the background lighting, which this car has a lot of lights and it looks awesome. I can also control the rear seat ventilation. I can adjust my seat however I want. There's also a massage option, and also I can control the blinds. All of the blinds, but I'll just show you this one because this is the one you can see. Because this car has the rear entertainment package, it has these two big tablets that can also be used the same as this small one to control pretty much anything in the car. Let me show you real quick. And it's also an Android tablet, so you can install apps, games. If you've got kids in the back, you can just play with them, whatever you think it's best. This is a fail. Okay, awesome. Other than that, I mean, this is really the place to be, if I'm honest. You can pretty much tweak anything. You can set the airflow. You have some storage points here and here. You have a 220 volt socket. That's awesome. Oh yeah, and let's not forget the armrest, where you have two small Audi branded, I don't know, bins where you can throw stuff. But yeah, this is the way to travel, man. I mean, this is all I want to do. Just go first class mode and just relax and enjoy the ride. Driver, take me home. With prices starting at around 92,000 euros, this car is actually 130 euros with all the options added. Do I think this A8 is worth the money? Actually, I do. I mean, it's a great car, it runs great, it's very comfortable, and it's packed filled with technology. So if you have that amount of money and you're in the market for this kind of car, just go ahead and buy it.